Okay guys, so welcome. Let us get started for tonight, okay? Okay guys, so let us get started. So what really happened on the gold market and what we can do out of this market movement, guys? Alright, so welcome and let us get started. So on the long-term market movement on the gold, it's been very clear. Prices have still been on an uptrend. Okay, so if you guys pay a closer attention, that prices has already been going higher with no signs of slowing down. But currently we start to slow, that the market movement is slowed, and certainly this changes the whole trajectory of the whole market movement. And what could be happening out of this market is we are going to see market movement will be moving on this range, on a very tight range between 3,200 550 towards 3,360 plus. And certainly this is a pretty huge range, and it doesn't happen a lot. But with the prices of gold has already been going up very fast, and right now we started to see a slowdown where geopolitical tension starts to little bit easing down from both parties, and certainly we are seeing these signs as a very good sign where we could be seeing prices starts to slow down, moving into consolidation area, and maybe for the very first time we could be seeing that prices could start to have a reversal. But it's going to take some time before we see that happen. So that's why I think it's much better that you guys get a little bit of understanding what could be happening on this market, and later on see where gold could be moving next, guys, on the market, because it's very important from my view that you guys need to understand what's happening on the bigger time frame, and certainly that's what I'm seeing. I'm expecting prices could be slowing down around the high range and then slowly going down with the geopolitical tension easing, guys. Alright, and certainly from those market movements in the long term, what could be impacting for today's market movement? I guess that most of you guys wanted to know what would be the biggest impact happening from those market. And let us switch towards the shorter time frame at 15-minute charts. So if you guys are curious what charts I'm using, I'm looking at 15-minute charts, and right now based on the 15-minute charts, it's actually been quite clear that there's some movement happening here and there, where we are seeing that good signs that prices has already touched the support at 3,300 and hasn't been able to move much. So I would say yesterday's market movement dropping towards 3,290 has already been achieved, as you guys could see, even though prices initially goes back higher first, but the chart patterns still do exist, and we started to see prices falling back towards the 3,290 area. But what's for now, guys? Okay, so for now, from what we could be seeing on the market as of now, as we see prices starts to consolidate, and we could be seeing prices to have a short rebound before we see later on tonight we could be seeing prices hitting back the highs around here and then slowly going back lower. There's a huge chance for prices to move in those directions, and on the short term we could be seeing a little bit of a rebound, as tonight I do expect that we'll be having a University of Michigan data that could be highly impacting the market. Other than that, there won't be much. But certainly that market data alone could be very impactful and affect the market in some ways, guys. Alright, so that's what I'm looking at the gold market for tonight. Maybe we could be seeing a little bit of rebound before we seeing prices starts to weakening around 3,300 plus. Okay, so that's my view as of now, and let us see, guys. Okay, certainly right now based on the short-term market movement, it's been very clear. Prices has been able to consolidate. 3,290 is quite a strong support, and good chances to see a rebound could be happening towards 3,320 area for tonight. Okay, and then afterwards we could be seeing prices weakening from there. Good chances to see that happening, guys. Okay, so I hope that helps you what we are discussing on the long term, what's happening on the short term. And if you guys are enjoying so far, and definitely you guys wanted to get this kind of updates and analysis from us, you guys are welcome to follow and subscribe so that you guys don't miss out the next time we are doing our live streaming sessions. And if you guys definitely wanted to hear more from us, and definitely you guys could subscribe, follow, and give us a support by giving us a thumbs up and likes, so that we know that you guys are enjoying our content as of now. Alright, so maybe now it's about trying to find a good entry point if you guys wanted to do that long, as we have already been talking about. Certainly prices has been able to consolidate. There's a high chances of prices to hit 3308 at a short term towards 3310. So maybe you guys okay, so prices right now starts to rebound, go higher. So that is definitely a good chance to see those kind of price action. But as usual, we do know that around these hours we could actually be seeing a little bit of a false breakout. So I would suggest that maybe we'll be taking a look, see how it'll be moving, and deciding afterwards is a much better thing, guys, right? So that's what I've been always experiencing, and waiting sometimes could be actually giving us a much better entry point than you guys will be expecting out of the market. So definitely right now I'll be waiting first and try to do some actions later on. Okay. And definitely if you guys have any comments or anything, things that you guys wanted to ask, you guys could let me know on the comments, guys. Alright. Okay, next we'll be talking about what's going to happen on the silver market, and definitely with those kind of market movement, what we would be expecting out of those as well. Alright, so let us see where it will be bringing us next on the market. Okay, so it's too early to say. I won't be judging on the short-term movement for now. my expectations, there will be a rebound, so maybe finding a good entry point could be the best thing, and we'll see how it moves next, guys. Alright, so now move on to silver. And silver market movement has been very clear, guys. It has just been moving on a sideways range and hasn't been able to show any clear signs as we are returning back towards this sideways range. So far, if you guys are looking at this chart, you could actually be looking at silver is just been moving in these ranges again. Okay, sorry, it's a bit boring, but that's what's happening. So prices is just moving on these ranges, probably here, and then going back over. But this is what we are seeing on the silver market, and timing your entry at the lowest point will be the best thing, because prices just tends to move on this sideways range. But this is only just on the short term. Okay, since we see that prices break out, prices comes back towards this sideways area, and before that we actually do see that prices has already been moving on the same fashion over the last 2 weeks, guys, right? So 2 weeks ago we see prices just consolidate around this low before a breakout, and then after breakout the same thing is also happening, where we start to see prices build on these consolidations on this sideways area for now. But definitely, if you guys are watching from the longer time frame, you guys could actually look at something that is happening, guys. Alright, so on the longer time frame, prices has already played above $33. This certainly changed the view on the market, and we could be seeing that prices would again move on these ranges as of now with no clear direction, as it's what used to be happening on silver. Price action used to be a bit wider, but right now we are seeing that silver is a little bit uncertain, and moving on these ranges show us that silver won't be having a lot of bigger market movement in the long term, even though prices have already been returning towards its uptrend channel. But with this kind of market movement, one of the things that I would love to say is the correlation between gold and silver will always be there. With the directions momentum moving on downwards, we could be seeing that it's also going to happen on gold. Gold going higher, silver will be going higher, and the same case also on this case, guys. Even though it's a bit tricky, but it's usually sooner or later we could be seeing the same market movement happening as well. Okay. Okay, it seems that the price breakout starts to slow down. As you guys could see, there hasn't been any significant movement coming out from here. Okay, so price action starts to slow down. We'll see, because it seems that with these kind of tight ranges, there's a possibility that prices will slow down and go lower. Okay, so we'll see. Prices is too early to say. Definitely I see that a possible rebound could be happening, but if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't see breakout beyond 3310, I'm expecting that the decline will be happening faster than I expected, guys. Right? Okay, so in a moment, I think it's appropriate for us to see what could be happening from this market, as I know that some of the good market movements here and there could be a good thing. Okay. Okay, price starts to rebound. Maybe you could be seeing the same thing happening on the silver market. Starts to rebound near the low. We'll see, guys. We'll be updating you guys what's happening. Okay, price movement has been a bit slow and prices starts to rebound, so that's why this could be actually a good entry point to buy near the low. But I'm not going to enter before getting the confirmations that I would love to get, guys, alright? Okay, so price action is still a bit slow. We're not expecting big movement, as I've said, and definitely we're going to see what's going to happen soon, guys, right? So now let us bring our focus next to the US dollar index, because I believe that the weaknesses appearing on the gold market could be delivered by what's happening on the US dollar index. And let us take a closer look what's been happening since yesterday, guys, alright? So long term wise, we've already been seeing that the US dollar index has been weakening. That is definitely the case. We are not seeing signs that the US dollar index is having a reversal. And definitely with this case, we started to see that the resistance area has been playing quite well on this last 1 week. We can see prices has already been held off at $99.40, and prices hasn't been able to break out higher than those. And with the weaknesses starts to appear there, and with this kind of market movement, it's been very clear, guys, that the US dollar index hasn't been able to break out higher, and we started to see the weaknesses appear on the US dollar index over the last 1 hour. But overall, today's US dollar index has been quite strong compared to the rest of the other currency, and that is certainly the case. But with this kind of slowdown, the weaknesses, which we could be seeing that prices would start moving back towards the downtrend channel around $99 and $98 on the long run, especially if the weaknesses starts to appear. We are seeing a possible double top where we could be expecting that prices could be slowing down towards $98 plus, guys. Alright, so there's a huge possibility for that to happen. And with the weaknesses appearing on the US dollar index, we could be expecting that gold could be benefited some way, but so far we haven't been able to see those signs. And what we are seeing instead is the gold prices keeps on weakening and weakening, and good chances to see prices to be moving in these ranges as of now, where University of Michigan data could be taking some time before the release. And definitely I'm expecting that prices could be could be moving faster soon, guys, alright? So we're going to see whether this support around 3,295 will be tested well, and we'll see how it will be going up next, guys, alright? If prices manage to rebound, we could be seeing prices to play on this very tight range at the moment, around 3,290 towards 3,310, which is certainly, I would say, it's not a good thing for swing traders, but certainly it's a good thing for scalpers. Buy low, sell high. For now, I'll still be waiting, guys. Okay. Definitely the tendency for now that we are looking at both gold and silver is likely to go lower, but as I say, guys, we have a strong support around those areas. Since yesterday, it has been still valid. So definitely I'll be waiting, see how the market movement works first. Okay, so with this, I'm expecting a rebound, could be happening around here, and let us wait and see, guys. So far, price movement is a bit slow. We haven't been getting any clear signs, but later on we'll try to see what's happening on the other commodities. All has been moving quite fast as I do receive some news on my side, but certainly right now prices has been dropping quite fast. A rebound is bound to happen, and it has already been happening, guys. So let us see whether this double top could be happening on the oil market later on. But for now, I'll be making sure my focus will be on the currency side, as we have already been discussing about the dollar. I think it's best for us to continue our discussions on the currency market first, and then I'll be continuing from here, guys. Alright, certainly the price action is weakening. There are good chances to see prices could be dropping towards here if everything goes well, towards $60.50. So we'll see, guys. Alright, the oil market certainly give us something to think about the market, as price movement on that side has been much more credible, giving us a much more certainty in terms of directions and movement, guys. Alright, and definitely there's no news so far from what I've been getting out, so it's a bit tricky. No news, but the movement has been saying that it's going to go lower. Okay. Movement is still a bit slow, but let us move on towards the currency market first, guys. Alright, so as you guys could see what's happening, guys, because last night we actually do see that the currency market is a bit reversed. So what we are seeing, that when we are seeing that prices has been quite strong on this market side, we could actually be looking at the possibility that tonight US dollar index has been benefited with this kind of market movement, and from there itself you could actually be getting some good signs that with the strength coming back on the US dollar index, we could actually be looking at a good possibility that prices on the other currency could be further weakened for tonight, as you guys could see. For instance, if you guys are seeing that prices on New Zealand dollar has been weakening together alongside the Australian dollar. Meanwhile, safe haven currencies such as Japanese yen and Swiss franc weakening on the early market side, but right now it's also started to recover. And we started to see that the pound sterling starts to rebound together alongside with the Canadian dollar as well as the euro currency, guys. So with this kind of market movement, what I would be expecting is Tonight, US dollar strengthening, Australian dollar USD could be one of the good choices to trade, and probably we could be also seeing other signs of the market as well. So for instance, if you guys take a closer look on some market movement at the NZD USD could also be moving well, going down lower and lower with no signs of rebounding for tonight. I certainly believe that was the case. And later on I'll show you guys what really happened on the market movement on the other currency pairs. Okay, so for now let us show you guys what happened. So okay, Australian dollar USD has been weakening since the early market sessions, and right now we are still seeing the potential weaknesses still occurring. And definitely other than Australian dollar USD, we're actually seeing that New Zealand dollar USD is also weakening as well. Okay, so as you guys could see, both Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar is moving in the same manner for most of the time, and it has been already happening as well, guys. Okay, so other than the New Zealand dollar USD as well as the Australian dollar USD, we are seeing that some price weaknesses are also appearing as well on the US dollar Japanese yen, US dollar Swiss franc, and definitely it's going to continue where we are seeing that tonight the Swiss safe haven currency suddenly on the night side starts to move. Certainly that's a bit of a surprise, but certainly this currency pair is, I would say, good chances to see the potential to strengthening back on the against the US dollar, guys. So definitely I bet this is a good chance to try to take a look on these currency pairs as well. US dollar CHF, US dollar Japanese yen could be one of the good choices to trade. Okay. And we'll see how the market movement works here. Okay. So certainly good chances as we start to see the US dollar starts to slow down while we see safe haven currency starts to regain some strength. So I believe this will be some of the good chances appearing on the currency market. Okay. So back towards the gold market, not a lot of great changes honestly speaking. It's a bit tricky market. And definitely one of the biggest movement is coming out from the oil market where it has been dropping quite much as you guys could see. And there's a tendency that prices will be stagnant around here. So we're going to see a little bit of a rebound for the very least on the oil market before we start prices to drop back lower, guys. Alright. Now maybe let us try to take a closer focus on the currency market, guys, because currency market turns out could be a much more important venue for tonight's market movement, guys, so far from what I could be seeing. Alright, so definitely there are some good movements here and there, and definitely prices starts to have a rebound, and most of the currency is a little bit of lagging as well. So let us see what's the best movement for now. So far everything has been a bit slow, I can dare to say so, and we'll try to check it out. Okay, so far not a lot of clear signs as of now, guys. Okay, maybe I'll be back for here, and let us maybe try to take a focus on the oil market, because we have already been saying that maybe there could be some good opportunities, and we haven't been able to take a closer look there. So maybe it's time for us to take a closer look. Okay, so far from what we've already been seeing on the oil market, there's a tendency that prices will be going down weaker on the short term, as there's a double top happening, a resistance area at $63 on the short term, and prices have the potential to hit around $60 soon. And with that being said, there's a potential that prices could be moving in that direction soon enough, as right now from what we've already been seeing, most of the time prices has been unable to break higher, and certainly that will be a good chance for all prices to keep on going lower instead of going higher. Okay, so certainly I hope that you guys don't miss out on this opportunity, because prices has been moving towards the lower side, and good chances to see that prices could be heading lower next, guys. Alright, okay, so that's on the short term, but what about the long term, guys? Right, so the long term market is actually quite in line with our view, where we've already been seeing that prices has unable to break out higher, and we return towards its downtrend channel. As you guys could see around here, prices hasn't been able to break out higher, so certainly this is a worriness coming up from the market, so to say, as prices hasn't been able to break out higher. Good chances to see prices will be suffering around those area, and with those kind of market movement from the expectations that we have already been seeing out of the market, and one of the big chances that could be happening from the market will be on the oil, where prices hasn't been able to go higher. Good chances to see that prices will be always restrained around $63, and definitely we have already been seeing prices around $63 hasn't been able to prove well, and we have already been seeing prices has a longer candlestick around here, proving that the market has been quite sturdy and showing that prices are more likely to go lower, as prices have already rebound from the lows after that significant decline towards this $63, and prices will be slowing down from there onwards. And with this kind of market movement, there's a huge tendency to see prices to go down, and I have my target for the next few days could be dropping towards this area instead, guys. Alright, so that is my view for now. Good chances to see prices to achieve those actions as well. Compared with gold, silver right now, it's a little bit slow, it's a little bit uncertain. Maybe it's a good chance to try our luck on the other commodity sides, where there has been much more clear market movement compared to the ones that we have already been looking on the gold, where not a lot of clear movements, so to say. Alright, but the tendency right now is definitely going lower so far from what we have been seeing, guys. Because if you guys pay a closer attention, that their market is going lower, and if it's conforming towards this descending triangle, we could be actually seeing the potential of prices dropping towards this area for tonight, guys. and yesterday we've already been seeing these prices has been happening, and if the decline does happen, there's a space of around 200 pips for tonight's movement, guys. Alright, so definitely it's worth a look, worth a shot. Try to check it out, and we'll see whether it will be happening later on tonight, guys. Alright, so on my VIP live, I'll be seeing whether this price action does happen eventually. Okay. Okay, right now we haven't got the confirmations that we needed. Prices has been a bit slow, and I think it's a pretty strong support so far from what we have been seeing. Prices has been stagnant around those area. Definitely I'll be waiting to see better market movement afterwards, see where it will be moving next, and get the confirmations that we needed. Otherwise, I'm expecting a rebound could be happening, so it's a very critical part of the play as of now. Okay, price starts to rebound. So that reconfirms my theory that there's still support around those areas, and it's going to be hard to see a good market movement as of now with this kind of slow market movement happening right around our faces. So that's why I'm switching my focus and see what's happening on the other side, on the other commodity sides like oil. Certainly is moving much better, and the tendency and what I'm expecting from those price market on the oil side. Certainly it's right now it's a bit slow, but there at least has been some clear directions that we could use and make some good positions out of those as well. Okay. Right. Next, I think I will be discussing what could be happening on the US stock indices, as we have seen that price action has been pretty well around those part, and definitely it's worth a shot and worth the look, and try to pay attention what could be moving out of those markets in, I would say, not long, because price reaction has been well, movement has been particularly healthy, and good chances to see an early market movement. Certainly that's my hope. So we'll take a closer look on those markets as well. And if you guys are interested, I can take a closer look also on other cryptocurrencies. So if you guys are here, if you guys have any questions about the market, I'm open for taking a look with you guys and having discussions with you guys as well. And definitely, if you guys have any questions about the market, just let me know on the comments, guys. All right. Definitely, if you guys love what you guys have been watching, you guys are welcome to give us a support by giving us a thumbs up and likes, and don't forget to follow and subscribe so that you guys don't miss out on the next live streaming sessions where I've been doing most of my analysis for tonight, and definitely I hope that you guys don't miss a lot of it. But certainly if you guys have been missing some of it, I would definitely recommend to you guys that it's a good time for you guys to subscribe so that you guys won't be missing out on most of the details, guys. Alright. Okay, so price still moving stagnant, guys. Not a clear direction. Tricky market, so be aware. Same thing, silver up at least all does move, even though the direction hasn't been that well, hasn't been that clear. But it's certainly something rather than this kind of market movement. Okay. So can you guys let me know, are you guys having a difficulty to trade with this kind of market? I'm actually quite curious because I honestly also believe that some of you guys, or even most of you guys, could be having a hard time to trade with this kind of slow and uncertain market movement, because personally myself, I do see that this could be a problem and a trouble as well for most of us. So as a swing trader, I do definitely feel the market difficulty with this kind of movement, guys. Okay. Alright guys, so if you guys have been unable to watch us and you guys have been missing out, don't worry. You guys could immediately join my community channel where I'm also sharing my discussions there as well. So if you guys have been late, you guys couldn't get the discussions and the analysis, you guys are welcome to check out my profile. And on my profile there's a link that you guys could check and join my community channel where I will be discussing analysis, chatting with other traders, discussions about the market, and certainly you guys could definitely get some ideas what you guys could be doing on your trades as well. Right, so if you guys wanted to get those access, you guys are highly recommended to check out my profile and join us. A lot of good things are waiting for you guys there. Okay. Okay, so Let us see, is there any comments, any chats? So far, I'm not seeing one of it, but definitely, I hope you guys are doing well. Certainly that would be the case, because usually no questions means that you guys doesn't have any problem. You guys didn't have any problems and you guys could be trading well. Certainly I'm happy to see those, if that's the reality. So if you guys do have any questions, you can let me know, guys. Alright. Alright guys, so price action has a bit slowed down, but certainly I do see some rebound happening from AUD, USD, NZD, USD, and certainly this gives a better room, but movement wise I don't really see any huge room, so I'm not really particularly interested. I'm much more seeing the possibility that the safe haven currency moves much better as of now. So maybe I'll be moving my focus here, see where it will be bringing us next. As the price tendency slightly to go down, safe haven currency gaining some strength, while it's also dropping, as you guys could see. Okay. And for now, gold is a little bit tricky, guys. Even though Michigan news is a little bit longer, could be taking another 2.5 hours. Alright, so let's wait and see. It's a tricky time on gold, as well as the silver market. Okay, price movement tendency is going lower. Good time to put your shorts. So this is your chance, guys. Prices start to slow down. Put your shorts around these prices, and we'll see for the next week, guys. Alright, so I believe that this could be your chance, a short around here. And we'll see, guys. Okay, prices are heading lower from what I'm seeing now, and good chances to see prices immediately drops towards here at the very least. Okay, so we are going to see some move. Right now we've already been seeing at least 30 pips so far. Okay, prices has dropped 30 pips on hands right now, guys. So good job, guys. Alright, so if you guys wanted to get more, you guys are welcome to join, where we are sharing more analysis on our community channel. As of now we are speaking, so you guys are welcome to check out my profile if you guys think what you guys have been getting has been very helpful for your trades, guys, because so far we haven't been making lots of move, and certainly right now it seems that time has come. We start to see some great movements, particularly around here, and definitely I hope you guys have been making some good choices. Market has been moving well on most of the other market parts. Okay, so in the next few moments I think I'll be discussing what's happening on the stock indices and what you guys could be doing out of those, and hope you guys have been making some great choices as well along the way. Okay, we have been profiting, guys. The short movement has been working well. Okay, perfecto. And this is certainly a good case, but I won't be trying my luck on silver. It's a bit tricky. I'll be just trying to do shorts on the gold market instead for tonight, because I really have target in mind around this area, 3273, the furthest away. Okay, so we'll see where it'll be bringing us next. Okay, prices are definitely going lower so far, and we have already been profiting at least 60 to 50 pips, so everything has been going well from our price. So 50 to 60 pips, good market movement, so to say. Prices keeps going down for now, so good chances to see prices to continue to go lower as well. Okay, next price target 3285. We'll see whether it will be happening on our live streaming sessions, because from just now until now we haven't been able to get some good shots, any good particular move. Once we act and once we strike, we do find some good actions around here. Okay, oil market also starts to drop. So I hope that you guys don't miss out. I've already been sharing my analysis pretty clear, and you guys could actually see where I'm heading, where I'm trying to set the target. So if you guys love what you guys have been watching, you guys could definitely give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and follow, and by supporting us by giving us your likes and thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. And so far from what we've already been seeing, everything has been going well according to our view, and nothing much has changed. So if you guys have any questions around the market, you guys could let me know. Definitely I'll be happy discussing it with you guys. Okay, prices keeps on dropping and dropping, so a total of 70-80 pips right now. Good lord, guys. Okay, everything has been doing well with our direction, and hitting another profit again. Okay, prices has continued to drop, and drop, guys. Okay, so certainly it's also happening on the silver market, but it seems that I'm a bit late, and definitely it's a bit tricky, so that's why I'm avoiding it for safety reasons. But certainly silver market has also dropped, so that will really drive down the prices on gold as well. So that's what we are actually right now seeing on the market too. Definitely it's a good thing. We'll see more to come, or whether it will be start slowing down around 3 to 80. Okay, okay, price action has been doing well, and definitely right now we are slowing down, but I'm still pretty optimistic to see the possibility that prices will be dropping around here. But it seems that market movement starts to slow down. Okay, that is certainly the case. Okay, we are also seeing the same thing happening in the silver market, so slow down market movement. But from the prices that we are entering until its lowest price, we've already been achieving a total of 100 pips just for tonight, guys. Okay, so I hope you guys have been enjoying your time here, profits, analysis on a lot of markets, and definitely good stuff along the way with you guys. All right, okay. So if you guys do have any questions about the market, let me know on the chats, on the comments. I'll be reading it with you guys, and definitely I'm seeing good chances here to see prices continue to drop, but it's going to take some time, certainly with the rebound also happening on the silver market, and maybe we could be seeing further market actions on the oil market later on. Currency market also is a little bit slow, so it is definitely expected coming out of the market. You start to see the slowdown on the US dollar. Meanwhile, safe haven currency is gaining back some of its strength alongside with GBP, starts to go higher. Euro also goes higher. AUD also goes higher, and New Zealand dollar, it goes higher as well. So everything has been very much in line, guys. Okay, so I hope that you guys don't miss out your chances, and if you guys have missed out on chances, the only way that you guys don't miss out the next time, you guys definitely need to subscribe and follow, so you guys don't miss out the chances that I'm sharing on the live streaming sessions with you guys. Alright, and definitely we'll see. I'm expecting further market movements could still happen. So prices continue to go down. Good case to see prices to continue to go drop. So we have already been sharing your sell signal at this price, guys. And if you guys have missed out, the only way that you guys could be getting another chance is you guys could check out my profile, click on the link and join there, because on there we are actually doing a live discussions about what could be happening on the market, on the gold market, and definitely we are also sharing you guys tips and tricks how you guys could be doing the trades as well. So if you guys have missed out the sell signal that I've been sharing on this price with you guys could immediately head out to my profile, check the link, join my community channel where we are having live discussions with you guys right now. Okay, and definitely you guys could also have discussions with other traders, including me and also other traders. So you guys are welcome, and more good stuff are coming for you guys. All right. Okay, so prices seems like to go down. Let's take a look at the US dominators. Okay, so after yesterday's hitting the price target around here, we start to see prices slow down. That is certainly the case, as you guys could also see. But suddenly we are seeing positive things, guys, because once price starts to break out the downtrend channel, price movement has been pretty fast. Right now the decline is having on a short volume, so that's a good thing. The volume is a bit small, and definitely in terms of price action, it's a necessary movement after a big jump. I would say prices here would also be slowing down around here as well. Okay, and not only on US 100, US 500 is also moving in the same direction, as well as the US 30. Okay, so this is actually a good sign that prices will be start to slow down after a huge increase, I would say, and we'll see from there, guys. Okay, back on gold, price starts to have a short rebound. Okay, so that's what's also been happening as well. Okay, and continuing back towards our US 100, so prices have already been going higher. right now prices are a little bit slowing down, so then there are some good cases where there are good opportunities to do some shorts for tonight, guys. So for tonight, maybe our focus will be switching to see prices to be slowing down instead of going higher, because prices has been going quite fast for the last few days. Okay, so there's a potential we could see prices to drop, guys. Okay. Oops, I think I clicked the wrong button. All right. Okay, so there's a huge tendency to see that stock indexes will be correcting itself for tonight after going up quite fast. So you guys could take a closer attention towards US 500, US 30, and good possibility to see the prices could weakening for tonight. Okay, so that's my thoughts on the market for tonight. And so far, we've already been doing some good shots at the low, total of 100 pips. And definitely if you guys have been missing out on those, you guys could actually check out my community channel, where you guys could be getting some ideas, recommendations, a lot of good stuff, discussions with traders as well as with me. So you guys are welcome to check out my profile, click on the link and have a discussions with me and also other traders that are ready to discuss with you guys what's happening on the market. Okay, so it's about time. I'm going to end my live streaming sessions in a few minutes. So if you guys do have any questions about the market, you guys can let me know in the comments, on the chats. I'll be reading. So far, it seems that none of you guys have a lot of questions, which is a good thing because none of you guys have any concerns about the trade. Certainly that's a very good stuff. But if you guys do have any questions, any concerns about the market, you guys could chat me and let me know on the comments, guys. All right. Okay, so price actions will start to slow down. Let us check a little bit of what's happening on the other markets. Silver also starts slowing down. Oil also still hasn't changed much, and US dollar CHF starts to jump back higher, surprisingly. Maybe you start to see some slowdown on the safe haven currencies. Okay, I think that's all for tonight, and definitely if you guys have any questions, you guys are welcome to join my community channel where you guys could be having discussions with me, and certainly that will be a good case, guys. Alright, okay, so it's about time. I'm still seeing the potential to see prices to continue to drop. So as you guys could see, I'm still expecting that prices could be dropping soon. Alright, so if that's the case, I'm off. See you guys next week, and have a wonderful weekend. And if you guys wanted to get more analysis from me on my VIP live, you guys are welcome to check out my profile. Click on the link and join my community channel where you guys could be getting access towards my VIP live sessions, guys. Alright, see you guys next week if you guys don't have the time, and see you guys. Bye.